Hey everybody, I'm Tycoon percussion artist Adam Riviere, and I'm going to introduce to you the Tycoon Percussion Gig Box. Now, what makes the Gig Box so unique is the fact that it has a built-in guitar amp. It has your volume knob, your tone knob, and an overdrive knob. The inputs that the Gig Box has include your instrument input, your auxiliary input, and an input for your headphones. With those mentioned features, this cajon becomes the ultimate musical travel companion, completely eliminating the need for schlepping an amp to small gigs or venues when it is already built into the cajon, and it was designed for that purpose in mind. The cajon I played is part of the 29 series Gig Box cajons, and it's the Siam Oak with the hand-painted front plate, and that retails for $249. The other Gig Box cajons include the Siam Oak body and front plate, and that retails at $199.99. And finally, the exclusive Russian Birch body and White Zebrano front plate, and that goes for $299.99 retail. So first, let's start with the auxiliary input. The auxiliary input works with any audio device that you can connect a mini jack to. Just as much as you get out of your phone or any type of MP3 player, iPod, etc. With the auxiliary input, you connect your audio device into it to where you can play along and practice or perform with your backing tracks. So, let's give it a try. The one thing you want to be mindful of when you connect your audio device into the Gig Box is your volume, both with the Gig Box itself as well as your audio device. Because sometimes too much signal will distort one way or the other. And even for me to get a little bit of a cleaner sound from the Gig Box, I actually had to turn up the tone knob to take away some of the lower frequencies so it wasn't too muddy and actually had more presence and better projection coming out of the Gig Box. So now let's check out the instrument input. The instrument jack on the Gig Box, like I said earlier, it's a guitar amp. So you're able to connect to your electric guitar, an acoustic guitar, a bass, or any instrument that has a built-in pickup, or even some that has one of those stick-on acoustic pickups. I don't play guitar, so I'm going to demonstrate the instrument jack with my Mbira. Now I'm going to demonstrate the use of the tone knob while playing my Mbira. So I'll start off playing it at 0, and then I'll turn the tone knob up to 7. So you can actually hear a difference for those who are not familiar with what the tone knob does. So here's the tone knob at 0. Here's the tone knob at 7. So now let's check out what the overdrive function does on the gig box. For this demonstration, I'm going to use my berimbau with a John Pierce acoustic guitar pickup. But first I'm going to try it with a clean tone, but I'll still have the tone knob where I left it earlier at 7. Now let's hear it with overdrive. And if you're not familiar with overdrive, overdrive is emulating that of a guitar amp that has valve or tubes, and they're cranked all the way up to 11. Luckily, we don't have to do that with a gig box to prevent itself from overheating and being exhausted. Now, the great thing about using the overdrive, as well as playing along with the backing track through your auxiliary input, the overdrive will not affect whatever signal you have going into that auxiliary input. So it won't add any overdrive or distortion to that sound, just the instrument that you have connected to the instrument jack. The gig box comes with a power supply and can also be powered by a 9-volt battery. So the gig box is able to handle any situation, be it on stage, in a cafe, coffee shop, or even on a street corner. You always have a way to power up your gig box so you can rock out, be it solo with backing tracks, or be able to jam along with whatever instrument you want to plug into it, or one of your friends as well. Speaking of friends, I'd like to introduce to you my friend Ren Graywolf, who's been kind enough to come out to accompany me on this demonstration. And to find out more about Ren, check out the details below to follow her and her fun musical adventures. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and this introduction to the Tycoon Percussion Gig Box. So, until the next time, take care, be well, stay healthy, and keep the music going, my friends.